Hello everyone! In this video I'm going to show you how to make the Wire Shadow Photos Triptych. It will look something like this when you're finished. Let's get started. First of all, you need to make a new document. Go to File, New, and title it Wire Triptych or something similar. Down here, change the pixels to inches, and if you used a class DSLR, then make your project 30 inches by 7 inches. If you used your cell phone, you're going to have to experiment with the size. The resolution, change it to 150. Double check that the color mode is put on RGB. The background color should be white, and then click Create. Now let's open a photo. Go to File, Place Embedded. I've saved my photos to my Google Drive, and earlier I wrote down the numbers that I want to use. So first I'm looking for 4378, which is right here. I'll click on that and then click Place. Now I'm going to use the corner handles to make this approximately the size that I want. So I'm going to give it an even border just by my eye on the top and bottom, and that looks about right. Then I'm going to hit Enter on the keyboard. So over here in the Layers panel, go down to the bottom and click the Create New Adjustment Layer button and choose Levels. Now, click the white slider and drag it over to where the information on the graph begins, right about there. Click the black slider and drag it over while you're watching your image until you think that it looks good. I'm also going to click on the white eyedropper here and then click around a couple of different places in my image until I get the effect that I want. I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to get another image. File, Place Embedded, and my next image is 4373, which is right here. So I'll select that and click Place. And I'll grab the corner handles, and I can see the other photo behind it, so I know when I get it to be approximately the right size, right about there, and then click Enter when you get it to the right spot. Now I'm going to get the Move tool up here in the toolbox and click my image and drag it over, and I'll try to get them evenly spaced, but we'll space it better a little bit later. Now I'm going to adjust the levels on this one. So over here in the Layers panel, click on the Create New Adjustment Layer button and choose Levels. So what I need to do to make sure that this adjustment layer only affects my black wire and not the red wire is create something called a clipping mask. So over here across the top, go to Layer, Create Clipping Mask. Now I will make my adjustments. I'm going to click the white eyedropper and click around on the image until I find that I like the way it looks. Now I don't like that because all the shadows are gone. So I want to make sure that I choose a good spot. I think that looks pretty good. All right, now I'm going to get my last image, File, Place Embedded, and my last image is 4984, so I'll select that and click Place. And I'll use the handles to make this approximately the same size. And when I get it where I want it, I will hit enter and get the move tool and drag this over to the side. Okay, now I'm going to try to even out the spacing a little bit. And Photoshop even is showing me little numbers on there so I can tell when I have the distance equal. So right there. All right, now I need to make sure that I adjust the levels on this one. So again, go down to the bottom, click the adjustment layer button, choose levels, and I do need to go to layer, create clipping mask so that I'm only affecting this image on the end and not these two images. Now I'll get the eyedropper tool and start clicking around to find a good adjustment. And sometimes you also will adjust the black slider. So there we go. Let me go back to this one and see. This is the black wire on the end. Let me adjust that one a little bit. And there we go. So now I'm just going back through and making any last minute adjustments with the sliders. And that's it. Finished. So I'm going to go to File, Save As, Save on your computer, and Wire Triptych, I'll call this number 2 because I've already made another one. I'm going to save this as a Photoshop document in case I need to go back and tweak it a little bit later, and I'll go ahead and save that and maximize compatibility. Now I'm going to save one to turn into Google Classroom. So File, Save As, Save on your computer, and this time I'm going to save it as a JPEG. So here is JPEG. Now occasionally on the computers in the classroom, if JPEG is not on the list, there is another button over here in this general area that says Save a Copy. Click that button and then JPEG will be available. So Wire Triptych 2, save. I'll go ahead and go with 8 for my quality option. And now this is ready to be turned into Google Classroom. That's it. Have fun.